12 stretches, finally loosen up your back in just 10 minutes. I'm Dr. Sam Atanasio, and here's a daily stretching routine to finally get your back loosened up at home. This 7-exercise routine is phenomenal for hitting all of the major contributors to back tightness. That includes your lumbar spine, which is your lower back, your thoracic spine, which is your middle back, into a little bit of your upper back, and your cervical spine, which is the top of your back and into your neck. But it also includes hitting your hips and your glutes, which all play a crucial role in back tightness. The first exercise is spine rolls. You want to do one set of 20 reps. This hits every part of the spine, your cervical, your thoracic, your lumbar. So it's basically hitting your low back, your upper back, your mid back. Phenomenal for your back. It's also going to work your traps, your rhomboids, your erector spinae. Essentially, we're pumping blood and loosening up all of your back. You want to make sure on this one, you are really hunching over as much as possible and then reaching up and thinking big chest to the sky, opening everything up. This is essentially getting your spine to bend fully and then really opening it up. And that bending of your spine and movement of your spine is creating blood flow through that area, and it's going to help loosen it up. The second exercise is also one set of 20 reps of side bends. The side bends are encouraging spinal movement in a different motion, really focusing on the sides of your spine, a little bit of obliques, and even your intercostal muscles, which are in between your ribs. You really don't want to go too fast on this exercise. You really want to go more slow and controlled and really feel a stretch on this side, contraction on this side, and you're really just getting your spine to essentially be bending as much as possible, creating more blood flow, creating movement in a pattern that you typically don't have with your spine. The next exercise is all fours thoracic rotation with thread the needle. You're gonna do one set of 10 reps on each side while alternating sides with a 3 to 5 second hold on the thread the needle portion. This exercise is great for mobility through the T-spine. You're also going to be stretching out your lats, the rest of your back, and even some rear delts. When doing this exercise, it's best trying not to shift over too much. You want to make sure that you keep all 3 points of contact on the ground and you're just rotating upward towards the sky. When you go into the thread the needle portion of this, when you're reaching under, really try to get your spine turning and your shoulders turning as much as possible. That's going to create a big stretch in your back, and you can even sink down with your butt backwards some to help stretch out that lat a little bit more. The fourth exercise is the chest opener stretch. You want to do 10 reps on each side. This exercise is great for stretching out your chest and really opening up your T-spine, creating good disconnection between your hips and your back. For this exercise, make sure that your knees aren't tracking too high when you're rotating. The goal is to keep them on the ground. The tighter you are, the more they're going to want to pull up. Because you're so tight here, you can't create that disconnect in your T-spine. So really focus on keeping your knees glued to the ground. Even if you can't have a lot of range of motion, you may be stuck here at first or here. Eventually, you'll be able to get a little bit more range of motion and go as far as you can, being mindful with your knees. The fifth exercise is a supine leg crossover. You want to hold 30 seconds each side. This is phenomenal for hitting your low back, your mid back, and it even starts working into your glutes. So out of all the exercises, this is the toughest for me personally. You can see as I kick my leg over to the side, my left shoulder here starts popping up off the ground. That's because I have a T-spine mobility issue. I'm not flexible enough to get my leg on the ground and have my arm locked on the ground right now. So there's two options if this is you. One, you can have your leg just come up a little bit and you can work on trying to get your leg to lower slowly. The other aspect of this, and I'll do it on the other side, you can get your leg on the ground and you can slowly work into lowering your shoulder back onto the ground, really breathing into the stretch and focusing on kind of melting into the ground. This is personally what I like to do. Eventually, this exercise will become a lot easier as your T-spine mobility improves. The sixth exercise is a kneeling hip flexor stretch. For this exercise, you want to do 3 sets of 10-second pulses. So essentially you're holding for 10 seconds, you're backing off, you're going back into it for another 10 seconds. You want to do this each side. This exercise is phenomenal for stretching your hip flexors. Tight hip flexors can really pull on your glutes, which is going to pull on your low back, and that can create a lot of tightness throughout your body. For this exercise, it's really important to try to tuck your butt under, because the more you can tuck your butt under your hips, the more you're gonna feel a stretch here in your quad, into your hip flexor, and all the way through your body. If you go into more of an anterior pelvic tilt, you're gonna take a lot of stress off this hip flexor and you could lean forward and have no issues. But the second I tuck into more of a posterior pelvic tilt there and get my butt tucked under, I can already feel a pull, and as I lean forward for more of a stretch, now we're getting a big stretch. The seventh and final exercise is a figure 4 stretch. You want to do 3 sets of 10-second pulses each side, just like with the last exercise. This exercise is phenomenal for hitting your piriformis, which sits deep in your glutes, also stretching the rest of your glutes, your hips, and even some of your low back. With this exercise, the more pressure that you put on your knee and the greater this angle becomes, the more stretch you're going to have on your piriformis, your glutes, and your hips. If you feel like the stretch isn't hard enough and you've mastered how far you can push your knee, what you can do is reach through, pull your basically foot towards your face. It's going to get an even bigger stretch in your glute. And that's all it takes to loosen up your back. If you have any questions about this, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe, follow us across all social media platforms, and remember, it only takes 10 minutes to finally loosen up your back.